You know what time it is. I know what time it is. It is breakfast with TNC. Damn. Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another Breakfast with TNC episode, the second of the week. I hope you guys are doing very well. In the last episode, we learned how to make porridge together, the Jamie Oliver style, the best way. It was beautiful today. We're back with a bit more of a classic. We all know how to make it. It's the beans on toast, my friends, and bringing it back with a bit of an old school TNC classic. We've got the cafe latte iced coffee. Now, the beans on toast is an English favourite, it truly is, but for me, it can't just be beans on toast. It's either beans and scrambled egg on toast. We didn't have eggs this morning, I know, very disappointing. So instead, I've gone with some mature cheddar on top. It melts into the beans beautifully. On top of the seeded brown bread, you just get a lovely mix and your taste buds start dancing. Bloody beautiful. Lovely. So for all of you beans on toast enthusiasts out there, get the mature cheddar on there. It's a game changer. Your taste buds will love you. Also, before I do get into this video, I'm wearing a shirt from the Art of Football. It's my Grant Holt one. Art of Football have been kind enough to give me a discount code. It's TNC. You put that in their website and you get 10% off. These shirts aren't just brilliant shirts. They come beautifully, beautifully packaged. They come in this beautiful box. You open it up. They're wrapped all beautifully in like this lovely newspaper kind of design. Honestly, Art of Football, one of my favourite websites out there. Really looking forward to be working with them. They've got Norwich stuff on there. They've got every club pretty much in a fantastic Euro 2016 collection. So go over there, put in TNC, you get 10% off. It brings it to under 20 quid. It's a really great price. These shirts last forever. I've had this one for ages. I've worn it loads. It helps me out. And you get it cheaper, win-win. Anyway, let's get straight into the news. So, first bit of news from Club Call. It's all about Alex Pritchard being linked with Norwich City. Alex Pritchard, who we probably all know best from Brentford when he ripped us to shreds at Carrow Road. I've said it quite a few times on camera actually. In the Championship, Alex Pritchard was the best player I saw in that league. He was absolutely fantastic. He was on loan from Tottenham at the time. Tottenham have released him, or they want to sell him. And it looks like Norwich City want Alex Pritchard, but it's going to cost us somewhere in the region of £8 million. Now, that is a lot of money, but let's not forget this is a Premier League player who's 23 years old, who has been linked with numerous Premier League clubs in the past. He was on loan at West Brom last season. He didn't really get the game time. It didn't really work out. You know, that happens sometimes. Let's think of former Tottenham players that loan deals haven't quite worked out for, but they've gone on to be fantastic players. It rhymes with Parry Lane. Yeah, so Alex Pritchard, I'd definitely take him. Fantastic central attacking midfielder. Maybe not for 8 million, maybe in the region of 6 million. I think that's fair, considering he hasn't really played football for a season. I love Alex Pritchard. That is a lovely little rumour to get today's Breakfast with TNC episode started. Next bit, not really a news story, but it came up on, I think it was the Daily Mirror or something. Cameron Jerome was 15th in the offside table last year. He was caught offside 21 times. Now, Cameron Jerome didn't play tons and tons of football. He played like kind of a bit, but he was kind of like a rotation striker with Mbakani. To be caught offside 21 times is pretty impressive. Let's just, it would have been nice if that was goals, but it wasn't to be. Now, on to the famous newspaper, the Croydon Advertiser. Yes, we're taking a trip to Croydon into their advertiser. Former Cardiff and Leeds United ace given price to join Crystal Palace. Now, you might be thinking from this headline, Jack, I don't support Crystal Palace, I don't support Cardiff, I don't even support Leeds. I want to know about Norwich City. Well, my friends, you're in for a treat. It says here, Fulham striker Ross McCormack could be set to leave Craven Cottage this summer, with a number of Premier League and Championship clubs eyeing up the move for him. And then, Crystal Palace are one of the outside bets to land the Scottish international. At present, Newcastle, Villa and Norwich City are favourites to land the man who made his name at Motherwell before moving to Cardiff in 2008. I'm chucking a nut fork about, that's not good. So, Ross McCormack linked with Norwich City. Would you guys take Ross McCormack? For me, it's going to be a lot of money. I think he's, 28 now? He's not at the start of his career, put it that way. He scored tons of goals at Leeds. He scored tons of goals at Fulham. I think it would be a step up for him to come to Norwich City. But for me, I think Newcastle will probably get him. More money, bigger club than Norwich, let's be honest. And to be honest, he might even stay at Fulham. Fulham are bankrolled by a decent owner. I doubt they're going to get promoted, but he feels safe there. He's guaranteed first team football. He's scoring goals. I don't know. For me, Ross McCormack, fantastic player. Don't get me wrong there, but don't think I'd take him. Next story from Reed Norwich. Tim Close is not going to the Euros this summer. That has been confirmed. He was named in the 26-man preliminary squad, but his injury has meant he's out of the Euros, which is a real shame because, Tim Close went through the whole qualifying campaign with Switzerland, and to be ruled out of it and get relegated in the same season is pretty bad luck. It's kind of good for Norwich City because he's not going to be in the spotlight of, the big teams. Of course, scouts will know about Tim Close from his fantastic performances in the Premier League, but hopefully it means that one, clubs won't want to sign an injured player, and two, with him not being in the Euros, there's going to be other central defenders that scouts are maybe looking at more than Tim Close. So a real shame for Tim Close. It would have been nice to see him in the Euros, but it's not to be, I'm afraid. His injury has meant he's out of it. And finally, a little article on BBC Sport. Russell Martin is called for a brave Scotland display against France. Of course, Russell Martin in the back line for Scotland. They've had a torrid time, Scotland. They should have really qualified for the Euros. Scotland haven't got a bad side, to be honest. But, I kind of feel a bit sorry for Russell Martin because it's gone terribly club-wise this season and not much better on an international level. It would have been great to see Russell Martin at the Euros. He deserves a trip to the Euros. He's such a nice bloke, decent footballer at times, and it wasn't to be for Russell Martin or Tim Close. So a couple of kind of sad stories there at the end. Not sad, they're not going to be devastated about it, are they? But it would have been nice to see Russell Martin and Timmy Close at the Euros, but it's not to be. We've got Brady, Houlihan, who else is there? Martin Olsen, Kyle Lafferty, all looking forward to it in the Euros. And of course, if you're English, you're going to be cheering on England as well. So it's going to be an exciting Euros. That is today's news. I'm going to tuck into my beans on toast. It's probably cold now. The things I do for this series. And yeah, what do you think about Ross McCormack and Pritchard? And let me know if you're excited for the Euros. As well, just another little plug. Go over to Art of Football, link in the description. Use the code TNC for anything you buy, anything at all on the store. You add it to your basket, you press checkout, and then there's a discount code. You put in TNC there, and happy days, 10% off. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, have a good breakfast, and I'll see you in another episode of Breakfast with TNC. Peace out.